Hey, ladies and gentlemen, today we're doing the unboxing of the Nubia Red Magic 3. This is kind of touted as the new gaming phone. It's pretty incredible, actually. I might end up using it as my own device later on. So it's touting this Snapdragon processor, which is the exact same one that the Galaxy S10 uses, um, which is obviously pretty damn incredible. It is the world's first active cooled smartphone. And we're going to do a, teardown video of this a little bit after we do the unboxing, obviously. But some of the features it's got is a 6.65-inch HDR AMOLED display, a 90 hertz refresh rate, which only the OnePlus 7 I believe has right now, and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. That's just crazy. Just for reference, like the iPhone 7 Plus has a 2900, I believe, or a 2800 milliamp hour battery, so it's about double the size of that, which is just incredible, really. So this phone actually comes in two different versions, one with up to 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. This is the base version. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. But I mean, yeah, it's basically touting the same features as a Galaxy S10, and it's half the price. All right, so go ahead and unboxing it. First of all, this packaging looks really good. Um, the phone has a nice little wrap on it. It says Red Magic 3. Um, and I mean, it just looks like a premium product, even though it's really inexpensive. So we'll go ahead and remove that right there. And then inside the box itself are, of course, the charger and the USB cable. This charger, we're going to go and pop this open and see what this looks like. My guess, and I haven't done any research on this, but it's probably a 2 amperage, so similar to the Samsung fast charges. Um, and that's actually what it appears to be. It's a little 2 amp little wall plug right here. And I believe this device has USB Type-C fast charging, 18-watt fast charging. So this is probably going to be a USB Type-C. You know, it doesn't look like it's braided. It's not braided. I don't understand why manufacturers aren't using braided cables. They're just so much better overall. But this comes with a nice little red cable. It's probably a 4 foot, maybe 3 foot, not too long. But yeah, just good enough for, obviously, anybody to use. I always use wireless charging, but it is what it is. And then, of course, we have the user manual here. A couple of stickers that say Red Magic 3. Who reads these anyhow? So we're just gonna go ahead and toss that to the side. Nobody's gonna need that. Might play with some stickers, but that's about it. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on this device and remove the little shrink wrap around it. So I mean, the cool thing is, it does look like a gaming phone. Like, so if you look at those nice high-end gaming computers, it kind of looks like one of those. And I mean, that's just what it really reminds me of, kind of like a Razer feel to it. And the Razer brand, I think they came out with, maybe they partnered, I feel like they partnered with HP a while ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, on, maybe it was the HP Omen or something like that. But it kind of reminds me of that. So that's the feel it looks like. It's got the nice red uh, look to it, and the red little capacitive button on the side. I think that does the vibrate motor. Let's go ahead and remove this. As you can see on the back, there's a little fingerprint sensor. It's kind of designed like the phone. It's got those same lines. The phone itself is actually, it's way thinner than I thought. I mean, I really thought this phone would be pretty darn thick, especially with the active cooling inside and the big fans. But you know, it's actually a really thin phone. Very sleek. The screen is huge, but it kind of goes edge to edge, which is great. So it's got this whole 6.5 inch, I believe, display, but it goes edge to edge, so you're not really losing any space on this. So that's pretty incredible, and I think a great job by ZTE on that. Now, I will say this phone's a little bit heavier than other devices on the market. It's got great little side buttons, but it is a heavier device. So doing my little research on it, I haven't weighed it or anything like that, but it's right under 8 ounces. So just for reference, a Galaxy S10 Plus is only 6 ounces, and even the iPhone XS Max, which in my opinion is a huge phone, is 7.3 ounces. So this is a little bit of a heavier device than the other ones, which makes sense, I mean, with the active liquid cooling and everything inside. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of speed through this right here because it's making me go through the menu just to set up this device. I can't even adjust the brightness or anything like that, so I'm going to go just speed through this right now. I mean, it's a typical phone. It asks you to go like through the fingerprint sensor, the pin code, all that stuff, so pretty normal. But yeah, once we get booted up and everything, now I'm going to adjust the brightness finally. It was obviously way too low to even properly see. And yeah, it wasn't looking like the ambient light sensor or anything like that. was affecting it. So these come completely stocked with Android 9.0. It's a complete stock version of it. That's the little mute vibrate motor. But yeah, as you can see from the home page, there was literally no apps, no bloatware, nothing on there, which is great. And there's a little volume button on the side. Pretty easy to use. I'm sure they'd be a lot easier without these black gloves on, but I didn't want to get any fingerprints on it. And it's kind of hard to see, but another great thing about this phone is that it actually has a screen protector pre-installed. It kind of looks like a ZAG Invisible Shield or a Protection Pro, but yeah, it's kind of pre-installed. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the Wi-Fi set up. I'm gonna speed through this too, because obviously you guys don't need to see our Wi-Fi password. All right, so now that we've got the Wi-Fi connected, what I really want to test out is the touch refresh rate and the 90 hertz rate. That's pretty impressive, obviously. I mean, I don't know if I would notice it so much on a smaller device like this. A 90 hertz screen refresh rate, I mean, you're not going to notice it, I guess, unless you're playing gaming. You won't really see the lag. But the 240 hertz touch response rate is, I don't know of any other device that has that right now, so that's really exciting to hear. Now the cool thing is that this device has both top and bottom speakers, so you can kind of hear the loudspeakers from the top and the bottom, which is pretty darn cool, obviously. So, I mean, it's definitely very loud. It might have the loudest loudspeaker I've seen from a device. One of my previous devices was the LG G7, which had a really loud speaker, but this is actually quite a bit louder, especially with the dual top and bottom speakers. So, no, it's definitely extremely impressive. And I gotta say, this is really ergonomic. I mean, it feels good in my hands. So, anyhow, let's go ahead and test out what we want to test out. Let's do the UFO refresh rates. So we'll find it out. Can't remember the exact website, so I'm gonna fumble around a little bit trying to find it. But it's like a refresh rate testing website, and as soon as I find it, I'll give you guys the link, so you'll know it at the same time I know it. There it is. So it is testufo.com. So at testufo.com, you can actually do the refresh rates, ghosting tests, frame skipping checker, eye tracking demo, and more. So as you can see right here, we're getting 91 frames per second, which even on the newest iPhone XS Max, the Galaxy S10s, you will only see a 60 hertz refresh rate. All right, so let's go ahead and do the rest of the test on testufo.com. So I'm just gonna do the Ufo Hertz test again, and let's do the refresh rate one more time. So as you can see, it's already getting the 91 FPS, 87. It is having a little bit of lag, which kind of surprised me because this phone is brand new and has absolutely nothing on it. But then again, I have noticed that sometimes it takes a few seconds to calibrate with their software. But there we go. So we're getting 91, 92, 91 and a half as the hertz rate. So it's actually it's clocking higher than their claims by a little bit. I guess that would be about 2% or so. Let's do a ghosting test. The crazy thing is, it looks like the camera we're using to record is actually keeping up with this refresh rate, which is pretty impressive, obviously. But yeah, I'm not seeing any ghosting. It is saying it's waiting for the browser to sync and resize to finish. But like I said, I've kind of noticed that on other devices too, at the 60 hertz and 60 FPS refresh rates. So this isn't really surprising to see. All right, so there's a few other tests that we can check on UFOtest.com. So it's the vertical scrolling test, and man, this thing keeps up. One, I'm pretty excited about this camera that we're using. It seems like it's keeping up as at the refresh rate. I'm not seeing any lag in our camera right here either, so it's not like having those vertical line effects. But yeah, no, it's I mean the phone first of all is just kind of flawless. It's really living up to its expectations and hype. I'm not seeing any lag on any of these pages. Now, I do feel like it takes a second or so to kind of acclimate to the new speed. So like even here you saw it started at 85, 87, and now it's at 92. But it kind of goes up and down, back and forth, but it definitely is doing a better job than their claim, which was 90 hertz. So that's definitely pretty impressive. I mean, overall, the Red Magic 3 is probably the best bang you're going to get for your buck right now. It seems to outclock the OnePlus 7 Pro. Um, it's half the price of a Galaxy S10 with the exact same processor, the exact same RAM. So no, I mean this is probably the best product on the market right now. I definitely recommend it to you guys, and we're gonna come out with a complete teardown video in the next week or so. There was an extra hand there, but yeah, thanks for watching. Check us out at androidgadgets.com. As always, check out our website, androidgadgets.com. And then, of course, just make sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks, everybody.